Hello everyone. I am Steve's avatar. Steve wanted me to come on here and announce that his personal tarot readings from now, October 2022 through December 2022 are all half price. The price for a full personal tarot reading will be £20. That should be somewhere in the region of $23. The normal asking price has always been £40 for a reading. But for just over the Christmas period he is cutting all readings down to just £20. So if you had ever wanted a personal reading by me, now would be the time. And grab this deal while it's hot. This deal will end sometime during the last part of December 2022. All you have to do is email me at stephenabbott1976@googlemail.com. You can also find the email link in the description box below with all other links. You will need to send me an email and I will respond with all links and instructions.
Capricorn, how you doing, guys? So very quickly, for you guys that actually want to understand or learn something, is about the transition that we're also about to go into when we accomplish December. So don't forget, December is about year 6. Well, this year. 2022 is year 6. 4 and 2 is 6. So when we go to 2023, we will be going into year 7, which means the Chariot and also the Tower. So there is going to be a lot of people leaving with people and from people, because 6 would mean Capricorn, yourselves, and Gemini, which are 6s. So love, lust, trust, breaking trust, trust funds and money, the crash of the economy, the rebuilding from 5, which was Sagittarian, COVID, hospitals, doctors very unill, 5s, fight, flight, arguments. 6, rebuilding relationships, in and out, toxic, blah, blah, blah. 6, okay, the economy, money, rich, blah, blah, blah. 7, then we'll become to rebuilding the economy, people leaving, people moving away from toxicity, and then 7s will be about investing into businesses and house. Very spiritual year 7 for us all coming up when we reach 2023, because I'm doing December, don't forget. We're looking at Capricorn, so it's a very big energy for Gemini and Capricorn, because you're coming from that energy of 6, okay? So 7s will also mean about avoiding, okay? So avoiding all negative people, avoiding conflict, avoiding what we've learned through year 5 and 6. Excuse me, okay, and avoiding a lot of people, because Tower, the Chariot, and God knows what else of 7s, 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands, blah, 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 mean avoidance, barriers, and putting in place what we've learned through year 6. Okay, so you're going to be seeing a lot of people that are all avoiding when we get to year 2023, family members, divorced couple, husbands, all of the situations that people have been looking for when it comes to court. Not a lot of that is going to start happening until after Christmas, okay, blah, blah, blah. So your reading now, okay, is going to be about what to be aware of during the month in your environment, okay, your environment. Your environment is everything, okay, but because of dopamine and God knows what else, okay, the action and response of holding and intimidated in order to cower into a corner, okay, before we leave, okay. Leaving the negative energy is an accumulation of fear, of worry before we get to the 7 energy. What will become of it, okay? So this is going to be about your environment, Capricorn, of what it is that you need to be aware of around you, of the energy that's going to be present through the month of December 2022 for Capricorn. What should they be aware of in December 2022? So you've got this way, that way, go back, confused.com. Like I said, some of you could be in a very confusing moment, don't know where to go because you are stuck. It can mean house, home, job. Am I secure where I am? Am I not secure where I am? What do I do about this scenario that seems to be here? Because it's accumulating, okay? I don't know whether to go left, right, or back to my ex or find a new person. I'm just not unsure what to do, okay? And I don't really know what's going to happen, okay? So someone that's confused, I would definitely say a Virgo or a Life Path 9 energy could really be here, okay? And Libra, like a Libra, Virgo-y Life Path 9 person here. Okay, let's see. Any other messages for Capricorn to be aware of in their environment when it comes to December 2022? So you have got spiritual haters. Like I said, all of my readings that I've done here have definitely come true. So for any of you guys that are online, you're going to have people that are coming at you left, right and centre. From this way, that way. If you're online, they're going to be coming from all over the place. They're going to have a lot to say. They're going to be very negative. They're going to be very confused, which means that they may have just watched other readings and God knows what else, grasped older straws. very desperate for an answer, very hatred, lot of fucking tension. Tension is building, so you're looking at a person that's looking for a dopamine hit. Okay, dopamine hit, an action or response of pain. You do not get dopamine until you've experienced pain. If I've got a pain in my back, why is it that 3 days later it started to heal itself? Because of the dopamine that started to heal it. Okay, adrenaline creates dopamine. Dopamine is what narcissists and spiritual haters love, okay, because they can't feel that. So they can only feel it by setting up loads of things that are negative. Don't forget, negativity is also pain. If I can create negative and stirred up dark emotions, I can create an action and a response to get your dopamine, okay? So I feel relieved now, okay? So you've got a lot of people around you that are going to be bitching, complaining and moaning of situations of people or clients that are confused. They're confused, right? They need help. It might also be mental health as well, mental help, okay? Like I said, there'll be a lot of people that probably bypass all of that and just kind of think, you know, so it'll be PTSD, trauma, people that are very controlling, people that love a response from others, okay? Or your mother. Something I'm also hearing, lovers, mothers, a Gemini. Now, don't forget, if you have like Capricorn, Gemini, life path 6, so you're like me, Gemini moon here, Gemini, right? If you've got those kind of like vibes around you, don't forget the environment itself is showing you a lot of toxic behavior of confusion, okay, confusion. So it means avoiding. I'm avoiding you because of the toxic hatred that you constantly feel around your environment, okay. It feels very tense, okay, very tense, okay. But it does say spiritual haters, so that's really just spiritual people that hate other spiritual people. Spiritual people, obviously, that watch tarot, that use their spiritual gift or knowledge where they're just thick. Okay, sorry, but they've got no clue whatsoever. So they love to blame. Okay, they love to blame because it can be my husband or my wife walked out and you're cross-watching and you're telling me the truth. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know it. And now I hate it. So I'm going to hate you too. Okay, they'll just go down and down and down. These people will be the ones that are left behind when the rest of us transition into 7. Because 7, don't forget, goes with someone, okay, or it goes towards someone, but it also leaves toxic behavior, okay, leaves toxic behavior. So the people that are toxic, fucking very spiritual hating, those people are going to be the ones where they're like, well, how come I just got left? How come I just got blocked? How come no one wants to talk to me? How come I'm on my own now? Because of the hatred and the dark energy. People through 7 all learn. 1 in 7. We learn about relationships, house, businesses and job and everything. And we realise through 6 that our environment of house and home and relationship and business is very toxic. Because it is, what will happen to these? These people will be on their own. The people that are in this environment that are grasp hold of the fact that 7 is when I'm leaving, these are the people that they're leaving. Okay? So they'll be left behind. They will be confused when they're left also, because they won't understand, well, I don't understand why you just walked out, why you won't speak to me, why you don't talk to me. That'll be the environment now. Why don't you speak? Why don't you talk? Why don't you do something? Because I don't like the way you speak or the way you talk or the way that you act. I don't like it. It's not a very good environment for me. And because it is, my plan of 7 when numerology starts is that I'm out. I'm out. Okay. I'll be going away. Here. I'll be gone in a while. I'll be gone in a while. It's all that I do. So, Capricorn, what's coming up for Capricorn in December 2022 in their environment, please? So, you've got always partying. So, it could be yourselves, like I said, out taking drugs, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Partying, party. There's a party favour energy here, so I'm picking up 3, which would be like a Piscean or a life path 3. Always out leading a high life, okay? Looking for like, well, it will also be like dopamine, looking for a rush, okay? Don't forget, if you've ever come from an addiction of any sort to alcohol even, that's the rush. That's the rush. You see, dopamine is something between here and here. It's holding yourself there. It's the orgasm. It's the fucking, you know, the lead up. When I'm horny or whenever, whatever I am, I'm leading up to this energy here. Once I've done it, it's like, I wake up in the morning, fucking, ooh. Okay, once sex is gone, it's like, oh, is that all? Like, it's just, you know, like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm out of fucking, that's out me tank, bruv. I've got nothing more to give you. Okay, because my dopamine's gone down like that and I need another rush in order to get it. So you got an addiction, you got someone that is an adrenaline junkie, okay, or a drug addict or an alcoholic. But like I said, if you've come from addiction and you are now spiritual, learning about spiritual stuff is what you've got to learn is about the body, which is dopamine and also adrenaline. It's what creates a manifestation. It's what creates you. It's alchemy. It is inside of you. Okay, so when you're leading the high life and you're leading a very toxic situation of life, you haven't learned anything yet. Okay, so you might find a lot of people that are kind of like parting ways and just kind of like pushing people out and kind of like, no, that's not the way I want to go. That's not the way I do things here. Okay, because like I said, a party animal is an adrenaline junkie. Okay, I need to go out and get more. Okay, I'm addicted to something that I have to keep going back to, which can mean gambling. You know, if you guys are gambling addicts and stuff like that, okay, look at the build up before you get there of what you're believing that you could win. Okay, and then when you get there and you've done it and you get back, you get a hangover of the crash of dopamine because it's now gone. So it's about life is about realizing, it's about evening out it all. That's why it's about doing things in moderation. Even if you was dieting, it's about doing it in moderation. Okay, if I indulge into a lot of energy, there's a bigger crash of belief that when I get it, I'm not satisfied. That's a drug addict, that's an alcoholic, that's everything. I need more and more and more to keep chasing that high. Okay, so you keep going back for more and more and more when it really isn't about that more. It's about realizing between here and here, the line, crossing one. Okay, so the crossover, oh, I'm not going to go over it, man, I'm teaching again, sorry. But like, you know, if you want to know success and you want to know everything else, then life isn't just in a tarot card reading. Okay, it's in the explanation of. Okay, it's the essence that you can't feel. Okay, a lot of us spiritual people have come from an addictive quality. It's come from a very destructive childhood lifestyle. Okay, so you know, marriages, commitment, so on and so forth, right? So anything for Capricorn to be aware of. So Capricorn, you know me, I don't fucking blow smoke up people's arse. If this is you, beware of a Capricorn that can be very toxic. Okay, I'm just going to say it as it is because it can all go both ways. Okay, there are always people that complain about a Piscean or a Capricorn in their own reading of I'm dealing with one. Okay, so whichever way around you want to take it. But there you go, year 7 coming up, I'm considering leaving. Or someone could have been told to leave. Like I said, someone here could have led that much of a party lifestyle that their parents have said, right, out, I'm not going to give you any more chances. You got till after Christmas and you're out. Or they already have, okay? And 7 is going to be about doing it on your own, okay? But like, if you keep following this lifestyle, you're actually going to keep following the devil, okay? Which is not good, because everything that glitters in gold really isn't when you get it, okay? It might look good, but as soon as you got it, you kind of like, oh. Money isn't everything. Trust me, it really isn't. Okay, because like I said, money can buy you stuff, but then you get it and you're kind of like, oh well, I don't use that anymore. Fucking why did I buy it? Impulse from a false high. Dopamine. It's made me fool. My fucking eyes are wide open. Look, that Rackley walk across there. She's fucking everything. As soon as I get her, fucking hell, you fart? Really, dear? Right, right. You might look great, but fucking hell, brother, I've put up with you for the last 10 years, and Jesus Christ, do you fucking bitch and moan? I've actually realised what you're like, him or her, really doesn't matter. Okay, it's about getting in it. Okay, so some of you here, you've got this impulse that you may, like, you don't think, you impact, you impulse buy, or you impulse spend. Like, could be gambling, could be like taking a lot of unnecessary risks because you can't hold it in. It can also be people that are around your environment that just cannot keep their mouth shut. okay, and they just love to like react in a certain way because they're not getting what they want, okay. So your environment is saying that it is also very toxic, because that could be about vocabulary, about speaking or not speaking, and getting really wound up because I'm not getting what I want to control you. Because I can't control you and you're out of control, you can't stay. Or I am leaving because my environment is, I'm just leaving naturally or natally. But, you know, here, what it is, it's saying that somebody could be an adolescent child maybe, and they're always out partying, taking the piss out of wherever it is that they live. Now, they may come up as a spiritual person, but they're being hated for what it is that they do, because they could be abusing their power. Okay, I'm abusing the situation of what spiritual stuff really is. Okay, if spiritual stuff is given to you by God, and people misuse that gift by doing whatever it is that they believe that they're doing, is that really a spiritual gift? Okay, or is it a false prophet that people make? Prophecy, profit. Okay, so like I said, learning to be spiritual is about learning to follow a path of whatever it is that you know is good, not bad. Okay, because you go down, especially being a Capricorn energy, you can start actually really following the Capricorn way, okay, which is going down. Not all of you, but I do know a load, okay? So you've got this energy now where somebody could have been told that I'm leaving this environment after Christmas, or someone's been threatened to be kicked out, or they have. Like I said, you could have seen people like, nah, fuck that, I'm out, I don't want anything to do with this, okay, at all, okay? So people are coming to the conclusion that the environment that they're in is not good. But like, because you've got travel coming up, and it is year 7 coming up, someone could have been told, if you keep doing this, you're not going to be staying here. Okay, you're not going to be staying here with me whilst you're doing this. Okay. Like I said, if you bring a toxic lifestyle with you to a toxic lifestyle, your environment becomes yourself. If you're a recovering drug addict, okay, and you're clean for like a week or two, and you go over to somewhere else and you lapse, okay, your environment becomes very toxic for the people that you arrive with, okay? So it's about preparation of oneself before I get there. So if you haven't done any of this fucking shit here between 5 and 6 year, and you're coming up to 7 and you're still doing it, the environment that you go in isn't going to be as good as you may think here, okay? Because you might be cack-lovered, bruv. You might be absolutely stony broke with not a pot to piss in and nowhere to go here. For a always partying lifestyle, okay? Life is for living. Let's just live it up. What happens when I get nowhere and I haven't got nowhere? I've got nothing to fall back on because I've outstayed my welcome through being hated, okay? So let's see, Capricorn. What should Capricorn be aware of, please? So don't forget, you got confused this way, that way for the people that are listening in the background. Confused this way, left, right, forward, backwards, go back, don't know. Spiritual hater, hates on your spiritual high magic power. Always partying, so that's abusing a spiritual gift. And then it's also travel. So basically being kicked out maybe here. Okay. So let's see. Because it can be cheating. It can be people that are cheating in a spiritual way. And I'm cheating the way to my top, to the top here. I don't know, I don't care. Let's see, it's your life here. So, Gemini, Capricorn. Could be a Gemini. Let's see. Capricorn, what should they be aware of? So you got head in the cloud. So again, someone now is just doing what this says on the tin. They're dreaming now of getting out, that there's a better way out. This here, when I last come up with this card and I said a Pisces is thinking about getting out, I am a Piscean. But like, I took my girlfriend out, right, which is a Leo, right, and we sat having one of these Kentucky Fried Chicken, but you get a rice box, and they're really nice. They're only about 400 calories. So we were looking out the window, right, and it was this. It was literally this. And like there was a small piece of light coming through, and it was raining and it was thundering, and all this was here and that. And I said, "Fucking hell, Emily!" I said, "I literally, you want to look at this card that I was expressing? And I sat there at this table looking out at that thinking, that's this card. And it was around a 3, which was Pisces. So yeah, a little bit of interesting nonsense there. But like I said, it's a person that's dreaming about leaving this, okay, that there is more for me. When I go, don't forget, when your environment is not toxic, whether you're the toxic person or not, when you don't have a toxic person around you, what do you become? Non-toxic, okay, because it clears your energy. Because it's taken from you, regardless whether you like it or not. It's gone, okay? So chances are gone, situations gone, you've missed the train, you've missed the ticket. You will learn a lesson, both of you, because it will be a new beginning when this person leaves and goes, the toxic environment, okay? Because it will mean separation of ways. I have no choice now but to learn. I've got no choice now that the realization is like, oh, what relief. I can now relax and let energy start happening because my environment is not tense and gripped and toxic and bad. So when the person's gone, I have a relief. It's a little bit like, say, if you've got children that just blood you and God knows what else. When they go off to college and they're gone, that should be a good thing because you no longer have to raise children. So you're free to go wherever you want, retire and think, right now it's holiday time, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So I don't have to deal with all of this stuff, right? So when you're in an environment that is like that, when you're forced apart, you're going to have plenty of time on your hands to feel open and a fresh start. 7, the Tower. Okay, so you'll feel much fresher and better where you will both be able to grow apart. Apart is where you grow, not together, because it's this. It's confusion, toxic, God knows what else, blah, blah, blah. You know, it could be people that are really considering moving. If you're a Piscean, they're all moving. If you're a life path 3, they're either being kicked out or they're moving. Okay, but I guarantee you that, or Gary or Tina, but they are considering moving. Okay, so it might be where you see a business close down and you've got no choice but the business is closed down and now you've got to go. Okay, or you've got to do something. Like if you want it, you've got to do it. Okay, so what you've got now are people that are really considering what is this transformation going to start to happen and what is it going to bring. Like I said, you just got to look into numerology, year 7. Okay, so that's what's coming up for everybody here. So let's find out now and clarify these cards for you, Capricorn. So why is this confused? Okay, now it's not about hating the message. It's about realizing that what isn't meant for you is me trying to tell you that it isn't meant to be. Okay, you can continue to try if you want, but has that worked? Has it worked? Continue to try that as it worked. No, right? So what's going to change it? Force. By the universe, which is a 7. It forces. The Tower isn't created, it brings it to you. Okay, it says, okay, your environment's going to have to change. But there's a time gap. What is that? Between year 5, 6 and 7. Right? The preparation of where the foundation will be rebuilt. So let's see. Because we're going to make more towers happen. So let's see. Confuse this way, that way, go back. What's that to do with? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Taurus, or a life path 5 energy, maybe. Okay, I don't quite know what to do without you. What would I do without you looking after me? Okay, because it can also be a provider and a protecting energy. Okay, but I'm confused. Now, if that's a 5 of Swords or a 5 of Wands, that temper is getting the better of someone, maybe. But they're confused. Why is Temperance confused? Temperance is confused because they've been blocked. So like I said, if that is a person, to or from, I don't care, that's negative, that uses their temper to get what they want, temper tantrums to get what I want, this person, for another person, is very confused of why this person won't stay around long enough to be bitched and screamed and moaned at. Why they're blocked out. They don't understand it. Okay, like I said, a very high vibe, dopamine. It's also adrenaline. My adrenaline of addiction is giving me such a high. But then when I reach this, I get such a low because I realised that you didn't respond. You didn't give me a response. I tried shouting at you and confusing you and making you feel shit. And then when you didn't respond, I didn't get that. So I don't get it. Why do you not want to know me? Right? So... sorry, but you're too confusing. Okay, it's a game, Michael. Okay, you're too confusing. Okay, I don't play games. It's not child's play, Chucky. Right here, Chuck, me duck. But let's see. So, spiritual hater. 3, maybe around a Pisces or a Piscean, or a life path 3. Yeah, this could be a child here. Okay, so like I said, this person here is probably been took off or blocked here because of how quick to judge, how quick to demand, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter which way around it is. These people here are not getting through to one another. They're just not. It's landing on deaf ears. Or Steph, or Steve, or Sarah, or Sassy, or Cece, or Cassandra, or Cassie. But it's landing on deaf ears. Okay. I want to know where my shit is. So someone here could have had stuff stolen. Okay. But like I said, it's landing on deaf ears. People are closing down to people that are just hating upon them not getting their own way. Oh, I want my own way. Here, right? So, oh, well, okay, then if you don't, you're not going to give... Because this person here could constantly be tapping up this person here for money, okay? And this is someone's bank account, okay? And I've been constantly trying to tap you up for money. And then when I realised that the water tap is no longer dripping and there's no fucking money for me to have, okay, I realised that I'm always partying. Okay, swindling and spending as much money as I possibly can. Impulse. Addiction. This is doing things very much sporadically on impulse. I don't sit still long enough before I go and get it. It's a little bit like if you look at impulse of me on my diet, right? If I was just to have a moment of hunger and give in to that, okay, and rush up there as quick as I can to that shop and buy crisps, chocolate, cake, biscuits, and I was to rush back and not let it digest and just shove it all down me gobble, bruv, what am I going to end up feeling? Shit, guilty, sick, and God knows what else. Why? Because I didn't sit back and think and relax before I did, where I could have just had a small amount of something instead of a large amount and go and fuck it right up. And then I hate myself, and that's the worst thing you can do. So impulse is very, very important, right? Impulse. So let's see. Always partying. Always partying. I can't remember the last time I went to... I don't like parties, me. I'm a party pooper, me. I don't like parties. I don't like people. I like it when there's one person I can go and visit, but like when there's a crowd of people, I'm like, fuck, I'm only going to be here 5 minutes, bruv, and then I'm out. Like, I can't handle it. Yeah. But like I said, it could be a Gemini or a Cappy. Okay. Always partying. Okay. 6, it's the life of the party. Right. So let's see. The lovers. Why is the lovers here around because the lovers can be a hookup, right, here. I keep hooking up with the wrong people. The lovers. Hook, line and sinker, man. There is a 3 or a Piscean energy here somewhere. What is the lovers here for? Yeah. This person's, well, I don't know, always spending money, okay, but they might have a lot to spend here. So like I said, they're always partying. So what else can this mean? Because these don't really mean partying. Well, they do mean, like I said, if you earn a certain living, but you spend it as quick as you get it, this is going to work and getting the money and spending it. Okay, always buying lavish stuff. But if you guys can afford that, well, that really doesn't matter a shit. That's not the fact that you're partying. It's the fact that you're spending what you've got here. But you've also got this hating people that are also spiritual. These are tarot card readers. People that do tarot card readers. Okay. And hating other people that are tarot card readers. Okay. Like I said, if you are a Cappy, okay, and you're a tarot reader, and you've got a problem with anyone else that's like Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, don't forget the year 6 energy has been about toxic energies of Capricorn and Gemini. So if you look at things that are biblical, okay, then you look at, say, Lucifer, when he contaminated the apple from the tree of fruit, the forbidden fruit of Adam and Eve was basically 2 6s. Okay, so you get this conflict between Gemini and Capricorn, right, here. Somehow, maybe, but those 2 cards there do not mean anything bad apart from that first one of like, always partying. Okay, so what's travel here for? Why is travel here? Is Taurus, Sagittarius, Taurus. There's also mean maybe leaving someone for another person here. Okay, because of the hate, the spiritual blah blah blah. Can also just mean I make you feel very uncomfortable around what it is that you do for work, and I don't really like that, so I am travelling away from you with a partner, which is here. Okay, which is here. So it could be a Aquarian, Leo placement, Gemini, possible Cappy, and we're celebrating, maybe just on a general level, celebrating the fact that we're leaving this behind. That doesn't listen or pay attention or do anything anyway, so we just can't wait until this starts to happen. And what I've got is my head in the clouds, dreaming that when December or January, February start to come is when we're going to start putting all of these plans and all of this work into action, and all of the work that I've done, we're going to now start putting our plans into action. So through December is when there's a couple here that decide to leave and travel and go somewhere here. Okay, head in the clouds, and it's because they're dreaming of 7. Life path 7, Cancerian, but again, year 7. So we can't wait until the tower comes to say that we can start over again instead of starting over this again. Because if you go into year 7 will just takes quite a while to get for a whole year, so it's not going to happen straight away. Okay, but whatever it is that you rebuild upon in year 7 is, like I said, you will have to start a house, a home, a mortgage, or rent. Okay, you will get a lot of spiritual ideas, but you'll be very open for change if you're accepting of. So if I'm accepting of change and I'm dreaming of this new start and this new beginning away from the environment that keeps giving me this every single time, which is a temper, a tantrum, spiritual hater, or a person that's just got like a stick of dynamite rigged to their arse pipe. Okay, and it just takes one piece of fucking fire just to set this person off because of his very short fuse shoved right up their arsehole. Then bam, they're off, and then fuck knows Pam, like they're gone off on a fucking rocket on a tangent by blaming and shouting and screaming. That's actually just realised I'm going to travel away from this shithole because it's too toxic, it's too demanding, and it's too everything else. So I can't wait to get out of this, but at the moment through December, this is where I am, Michael. Okay, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, all of the people that are around your environment. So Capricorn, thanks very much, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you would like your monthly reading, which was very good, it was very in-depth, it is on all 3 tiers now, so it's on the very lowest price tier if you just want that, which is the bronze, silver and gold, but the bronze tier is now open where you get your monthly. And it's a full table spread with the Rider White, all clarified, every single card, telling you what to expect, what to be careful of, the good energy, the bad energy, who's around, who to be aware of, what to do and what not to do, okay? Because there was a lot about this travelling of also a lot of stuff that you need to go through first through this month. But if you want that, you can find it on any of the tiers below. But if you want anything after your monthly, you will need either the silver or the gold. If you like how I teach and you want to know stuff, then you'll need the gold tier, okay, because it's got everything on it, including the teaching stuff. So I also go away on the 22nd, which is in a few days, for a couple of days myself. Me and my girlfriend, taking my girlfriend out and treating her for a few days away because I've been working like a dog. If you're thinking, well, you're not bringing anything out on YouTube, it's because they're all done over on Patreon. Patreon is where everything is always done, and I always do readings every single day for Patreon, and they're always out before anything is over on here. Okay, so if you want to follow me, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, or you'll join Patreon to really help out the channel. Okay, all right, guys, thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you soon.